The economic growth you're celebrating? It's not what you think. GDP is rising, but who's actually winning? In 2025, the growth is concentrated in tech corporations, energy giants, government spending, and high-income financial services. But here's what they don't tell you. This prosperity isn't reaching everyone equally. Real wages have barely budged in 2 years, while prices remain stubbornly high. Yes, inflation has cooled from the 2022 to 2023 spike, but that just means prices are rising more slowly, not falling back to pre-pandemic levels. The economy might be growing on paper, but for most people, the financial squeeze continues. Not all growth is created equal. So while GDP grows, disposable income shrinks, and that creates real pain at the ground level. And what's the Fed doing? The Federal Reserve is in a bind. They've kept interest rates elevated to control inflation. That slows borrowing and cools demand, but it also hits consumers with higher loan costs. Markets hoped for a rate cut this summer, but mixed signals from the labor market and stubborn inflation have delayed that. In effect, the Fed is prioritizing price stability over economic sentiment, and that has consequences. Here's the key. Recessions are usually defined by falling GDP and rising unemployment. But what if those don't happen and people still feel worse off? That's where the silent part comes in. It's not about output shrinking, it's about financial stress increasing. Families are making tough choices at the grocery store. Millennials and Gen Z are delaying homeownership. Consumer confidence remains low, even when the jobs data looks solid. Economists and politicians may debate definitions, but for ordinary Americans, this feels like a recession, whether or not it meets the technical criteria. This discontent creates ripple effects. Populist rhetoric gains traction. Voters lose trust in institutions, and policymakers feel pressured to do something, even if the solutions are rushed or risky. Expect more promises of tax relief, student loan forgiveness, and price controls. But none of these fix the root problem. An economy that grows on paper, while leaving people behind in practice. The silent recession isn't about falling numbers. It's about rising frustration. Until real wages catch up and the cost of living stabilizes, no amount of strong GDP data will make people feel secure. And in an economy built on confidence, perception is just as powerful as reality.